months to the 30th of September 2017. And I think, Carol, you're going to come to the end of the table.
Yeah, I mean, there's one item of note in here, and that's $6 million of unbudgeted rates charge that we did not charge ourselves last year. So that's coming through into 17-18, but Carol can explain that.
Carol, over to you.
Thank you. So as discussed at the Finance and Performance Committee, the main contributor to the OPEX being higher than budget arose from recent asset valuations for the Council's own utilities infrastructure. And this is part of the citywide general rates revaluation process. The Council itself pays rates in relation to these in the same way as all the other city ratepayers do across the city. The Council recently completed the 3-yearly valuation process, and our Council assets rose in value to a much greater extent than we had anticipated. For example, both the water supply and the sewerage networks almost trebled in value. As a result, the Council's own rates payments have increased. So the rating process was followed correctly and the billing process is correct. The budget process for the 2016-17 annual plan did not address the extra council costs, so it was a budgeting error. As a result, there's an additional $6.1 million of additional rates payable by council, which has now been fully recognised in the first quarter's results. It's also been included in our year-end forecast position at this stage. However, staff are working to identify offsetting savings to mitigate this issue, and some of these savings have actually already been identified. We're also adjusting our budgeting processes to ensure that a similar event does not occur again.
So does that, I mean, can you explain the sentence that says the resulting impact should have been addressed as part of finalising the budget for the 2017-18 annual plan? Because I mean, I don't know the timing. What was the timing of the asset revaluation?
Can you help me here, Diane? Do you know that?
Yeah, it was done then. It should have been in last year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So
but,
if they had budgeted,
but I want to understand why it didn't happen. I mean, I wasn't at the Finance and Committee. You might have dealt with all of this, but
no, it's
please bear with because I wasn't here last week.
That's right. The timing is we should have become aware of it between the draft and the final, and at which point we should have looked to find further savings to offset the $6 million. Because if by not doing that, by not finding savings, I mean, the alternative would have been that rates would have gone up, and that's not how the rating process works. The rating process, as you know, is set by the elected members of looking for a rate increase of a certain percentage, and as a result of which the dollars are fixed, and then it's up to staff to find savings within the cost to offset that. So because we didn't know it was there, we didn't look to find offsetting costs.
Yeah, but you're looking for offsetting costs. I mean, you're looking for costs all the time.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. We
would have had to look for more costs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just checking.
So if you take out that 6.1, we're tracking well. We're just, under budget for the coming year. So in a way, the $6 million we would have had to have found last year, we're going to have to find this year.
Right. And so you're going to make sure that doesn't happen again, so that the process around revaluation is going to trigger a review instantly of our position in that financial year.
Yes, we will. I have to say the circumstances were quite unusual in that you wouldn't normally have your assets revalued and go up several 100%, and that was a result of the assets coming, the underground stuff coming from
repaired assets coming back from skirt.
And us having them all revalued in 1 year, which was in preparation of trying to get a clean audit opinion. Yeah,
but when was the last time they were valued?
Well, some hadn't been done for 6 to 8 years.
I guess that's my point. Should we have been a little bit more alert to?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we've
which is what you're saying here.
We've taken ourselves outside and given ourselves a good flogging.
I don't mean to flagellate you in this environment. So
no, you're right. But just so Carol's pointed out to me in 2015, which was when the last citywide revaluation was done, values only went up by, in fact, they went down, and so we just hadn't expected them to go up by as much as they did.
I guess that some of these particular assets hadn't been valued for a long time before that.
No, that's right.
And I guess that we might have anticipated a slightly
No, there's
higher.
no excuse. It was poor.
To give you some context, if you go back to the audit and risk stuff, I mean, some of these assets have gone up by $1 billion in terms of value, so the balance sheet has increased.
Yeah.
But clearly the internal mechanism for our own rating to ourselves didn't catch up with that.
Yeah, so you're working on a mechanism to ensure that we are alert to this in the future.
No, it already exists. We've got it in place.
Awesome, thank you.
My name is Dion.
Yes, thank you.
We're obviously, that's a debt to ourselves. Does that come as an income as well?
Well, rates are set as a result of the percentage, so that determines the council's income, and that's in our capacity as a rating authority. But in our capacity as a rate payer, we then have to pay rates. And so, yes, we get, but it doesn't go off. I mean, the rates are fixed in the sense that you ask us to set rates at whatever level, 5%. That determines the dollars.
Overall.
And then it goes around, and as a rate payer, we pay costs.
So that would be an income, but it's over the over. Oh, now I can't finally got it. I'm so sorry, I'm a bit slow. The other thing, the Crown doesn't pay rates on their assets, do they?
No.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah. Yes. we all pay GST on their.
We pay GST on our own rates to the Crown, and the Crown don't even pay rates to us
tax
for their assets. Okay, let's change that.
All right. Well, I'll put that.
I've got one more question. It was actually around the laterals. So there's obviously says 2 million more, mainly due to lateral repairs. Is that what are the lateral repairs? Do you know?
Lateral repairs are the bits of the sewer network that go off the main pipe up to the person's boundary. That's the bit the council pays, and after, on the inside you pay yourself.
Yeah, because I think there's a big problem there, isn't there, with how many people, private properties, have still got lateral damages.
Dave would be better placed than me to answer.
The laterals that we're repairing are our laterals, if you know what I mean, because the actual private stops at the boundary, they can't run their private boundary. But we did try and coordinate with EQC and did a big program to see whether, while we were doing ours, they could do theirs. And some places we've been successful, but generally we haven't.
So we're fixing laterals from the road to the boundary of our house, but the house has still got broken laterals, potentially.
If a blockage occurs in the lateral in the road, it's our responsibility. So we've got to fix it. When we fix it, we normally repair all of the lateral so we don't get another blockage, because they're quite expensive to do. So that's really, and we've got more damage than what we thought, and it's quite hard to predict exactly what is the damage left in that laterals.
We're obliged to do that.
So that's been moved by Raf Manji, seconded by Andrew Turner. I'll put that motion. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The next item is the quarterly